Hi, what's up? What are you guys doing on tower?
We're doing a ground-based inspection.
Oh, okay. That's all. No, not putting anything new on it.
Yeah, that's up there. We're down.
Oh, okay.
We're in the compound.
Oh, okay. Okay. I just,
Questions?
no, not at the moment. I was just curious. There's always somebody over here, so.
It's either the utility companies, the fiber, and the individual carriers.
Yeah. T-Mobile, Sprint.
Right.
Is
We
this
own the
5?
property,
Yeah.
so we lease it to the customer.
Okay, so there is a permit for this tower?
Permit, I mean, as far as construction permit,
Mm-hmm.
that would be in Hamilton County, yes.
Okay.
Anything that is built in the county has to have a permit.
Right.
Electrical, plumbing.
Oh, I know it's supposed to. There was a tower or two that they had to take down in Claremont because they did not have a permit. They actually took them down overnight.
Like, why would you take it down? Just go ahead and file the amendment permit. That's really strange. Either that, or they wanted the ability to get out from underneath the property owner, because most tower companies do not own the property underneath. They lease either a 30-year or a 99-year lease, because they're not in the business of having real estate.
Right.
Some do, but the public seems to think that cell towers are owned by cell towers.
No, they're just renting the space.
Right. Yeah, after a period of several years, they realized that the zoning company or the zoning administrator of the area would say, "Hey, we're not going to allow you to put additional towers up when you've got another tower right next to it, because it's an eyesore to a certain
Oh, most definitely.
to a certain degree." Now the public is pretty well accepted that if you want to go back to the old copper landlines, have at it, and the cell phone is done. But people like, it's all the public. The public wants this. The public wants that. So there's always going to be somebody who's going to provide that.
Yeah.
Now we're in the process of doing the 5G.
Is this 5G? This one?
5G's not running in here. The closest place that's running 5G is in Indianapolis. Because the cell phones don't even have the modem installed to operate the 5G.
Yeah.
And from what I understand too, it's a big squabble because Qualcomm has got sole proprietorship to most of the patent rights, and they're wanting to charge an arm and a leg. So Apple and Android and Samsung, they're wanting to find somebody to produce a 5G modem more reasonable.
Mm-hmm.
Qualcomm's going to charge, they're going to hit them with probably 30, 40, 50 bucks on the handset just to provide the modem. But eventually, everything will get to 5G, just like everything went to 4G.
Yeah.
And then it went to 4G LTE, which is long-term LTE. But it's the G generation. That's it.
5th generation, right?
Yeah, like for instance, AT&T's, if they go to 5G, all it means is they have upgraded your system 5 times. It's got nothing to do with speed. Of course, speed is a major factor to it.
Yeah.
You can't compare Verizon's 5G to AT&T's 5G because it's just a monotonous term.
Yeah.
So, but eventually, the whole idea is that the cable company is going to go out because they can't afford to pay for the connection with every telephone on the utility pole. They have to pay Synergy or whoever it is out of Duke. They have to pay them a connection fee for everyone on the pole. They also have to pay, the cable company also have to pay for the guys in the truck. All that. When 5G launches, Verizon, AT&T, Sprint, T-Mobile, they're going to all offer TV packages
Yeah, yeah. Oh, I got rid of cable a couple years ago. Yeah, what's the point? Yeah.
Yeah. So it's just that's the whole idea is that they won't the customer will not be paying for a cable connection into their house. They'll have one internet device that will provide the DVD, they'll provide the data, they'll provide the texting.
Now probably all be over fiber optics.
Oh yeah, in this area of fiber optic, it's already like they've got dark fiber now. It's basically doing stuff you can use. Yeah, the fiber. You can pretty well tell that where fiber is because you can look at the pole and you'll see a sleeve. It's an orange sleeve that slid over the wire that just basically tells people that work on that pole that there is fiber. I mean, if you cut a power line, it's pretty easy to put it back together. If you cut a data line with all the fiber optic in there, it's just a nightmare trying to patch that thing.
Oh, I bet. Right. So when do you think we'll have 5G in this area?
So you got that thing sitting there watching me, and so don't quote me on it.
I'm not. No, yeah.
I think
I've just been documenting the work at this tower. I've interviewed every worker who's come over here. It's just interesting to me. People are interested in it now, and it's like, you know, a lot of people jump to conclusions, so I try and, you know, give a two-way, you know, open discussion.
dialogue.
Yeah. So people, you know what, you know.
Here you've got.
And I'm not trying to get your face. I'm just want to hear what you have to say.
Here you have 5 major players, which may end up not 5, 4, which may end up being 3. We're pretty well confident Sprint's going to go out because T-Mobile they've got that deal where that T-Mobile is trying to buy up Sprint. They've got that ability. It's just whether or not the government's going to go ahead and approve it. So therefore, we will have 3 solid providers willing to switch over to 5G. It depends on the handset. I mean, we got fiber at every one of our sites. We got fiber here. Sprint just put their equipment in ready to go.
Yeah.
T-Mobile.
Yeah, Sprint was just out here about a week ago.
Yeah, they're ready to go. They're ready to throw the switch. But there's no sense of turning the switch on when there's not even a handset that's available to provide the fiber.
Yeah.
So the infrastructure is there. The data, the broadband that what we call the backhaul is already at the site. And they're ready to sell it to the carrier, ready to sell that connection. It's just whether or not, when do they want to do it? Who's going to be the first one? My guess, probably Verizon.
Verizon.
I mean, right now in Indianapolis, a section of Indianapolis, on the south side, I think it is, Verizon's running 5G. People get rid of, I don't think they got Spectrum, they got AT&T Universe, which is the cable company. And they're basically saying for the next 3 months, they're saying, you want to try our cable? And order a package, and so when they give it to the consumer for three months free, just to try it. Plus, and on the flip side of that, they find out where their problem is in their holes in their network, so to speak. But it's a small little section of Indianapolis that Verizon's been running. Now, I'm pretty sure that AT&T has probably picked 1 or 2 towns somewhere or cities somewhere, and they're trying their network. But once they get the bugs out of it, then they're going to end up with all of this. I'm sure it's probably going to be LTE, which means long-term evolution, where that the upgrades are not going to be, once the equipment's in place, they'll be able to, from the switch, they'll be able to upgrade to the next level type of thing. Because all this is software. Once you got the radios, once you got the transmitter, it's just software.
Yeah, when I was asking the contractors when they were out here what they're putting on, he just said they're putting new attachments that were compatible with 5G and even 6G. So
6G.
it seems a ways away, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's called a radio mounted or remote RRH. The radios are now mounted up on in the dome antennas, in the boxes, because the, there's a substantial amount of loss that comes down the cable for receiving. And the best thing to make the receiver, make the site so hot where that it can pick up the least amount of broadband, be able to push the broadband, massive amount of broadband. They need the receivers to be as hot and perfectly tuned. Because, like I say, there's going to be a lot of broadband pushed around. Like, let's say this apartment complex over there. They're going to start realizing that why should I pay Spectrum $100 when I can get the same thing for $65 from the wireless carriers? All you got to do is you just got to go into a Verizon store or an AT&T store. You pick up their router, you take it home, you pick up the phone, you call their network operations, whether it's in the United States or not, who knows where it's at. Say, hey, look, I just picked this thing up. I want HBO, I want the local channels, I want CNBC, the Fox News, that type of thing. And then you sync it to your smart TVs.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not Bluetooth. It's basically through the Wi-Fi. And it's true. However, they connect the router to the smart TVs. Well, now everybody's got the old TVs. They're gonna stick with Spectrum.
Yeah.
There's no set. If they're not smart TVs, it's not going to work with the smart router that the carriers will provide. So, I would say Verizon is going to be the first one to launch 5G. As we speak right now, Apple doesn't even have a modem for their iPhones. The Pixel, I think the Galaxy's got one. That's it. So I would say probably October, November next year.
Yeah. Well, I think a lot of people are more worried about now about the radiation that these towers tend to give off.
Well, 4G puts out twice as much power as what 5G, because 5G relies on nodes. So in other words, the tower is not going to be a big playing factor for 5G. It's going to be
the little towers or the mini towers.
Cells. And what they have to do is, because there's massive amount of data being pushed out, they're going to have to put nodes on. I don't know.
Power lines.
Well,
I think we've already got them. Yeah, I say on our power lines they have those little boxes with the two antennas that come out.
Duke's. They're on the same frequency as 5G. But that is where Duke can get your meter information. Because we don't have meter readers anymore.
Right.
So what they did was, 4 or 5 years ago, 6 years ago, Duke bought certain parts of the 5G spectrum. So that way they can
put the meters everywhere.
They swapped their meters out. Cincinnati Waterworks did the same thing. So what the public doesn't understand is the same frequencies have been in operation for several years. But all of a sudden, why are you concerned about the cell tower? Well, for one thing, this cell tower is going to be providing data to the nodes in the neighborhood, where they're going to be small little tubes, about the size of a large record. It's about maybe 2 feet tall. It's a round cell. Those are the nodes. Like those people that buy cable TV packages over here, they're going to work off of them nodes. This thing here is going to feed the nodes.
Oh, okay.
So the way it's going to come is the fibers coming into the community, going to the cell tower. The cell tower is basically feeding the nodes. The nodes is where you're going to be picking up, you're receiving, and you're transmitting the data.
Okay, so most of the signal will be on the nodes.
So the thing is, you've got to remember, the first key thing is, the cell companies would not want to put cell towers, but the public wants phones so small and so compact, which means that they have to put very small batteries. If you, how old are you?
I'm 33.
Okay, 33. Do you remember when they used to have bag phones?
Bag phone.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they were huge. Yeah.
They were 3-watt phones. They were, and these things are 0.6 of a watt, if that. And cellular coverage went for one tower for 3 watts would go a good 2, 3, 4 miles. But the public wants small, compact phones. The transmission, the signal that they use to transmit to the phone always seems to get to the phone with not a problem. The phone is very weak to get back
To the tower.
To the tower. That's why they got the receiving heads up there. They're putting the remote heads up there. So that way the receiver is as hot as it can be. Because people are going to know, people are going to be putting these smart routers in their basements and the corners of rooms and so on. So you're going to need, for that amount of data, you need a good connection. So the power that you're transmitting out to the router, to the towers or to the nodes, is equivalent to the same thing as a router. They're lower power. They're just as like this, 0.6 of a watt. So if you're worried about having this smart router or the product that's in that the carriers are putting in there in your house, it's putting out the same amount of power as your router is going to your devices. 0.6 of a watt.
Okay.
So the public is getting confused because they're seeing this stuff is getting closer and closer to the house. The only reason why they're doing it is because they're keeping the power levels down. The government says you have this much spectrum to work. Okay? And so therefore, with that spectrum, you're going to have to be able to put up 1,600 nodes. They don't want the node that's on the other side of Mosdale Road. They don't want, and of course that's going to be on the same frequency as one of them over here. They don't want them to interfere with each other. So therefore, they keep the power down. Put lots of nodes, power down, so that way you get that high-speed data for your video. Cell phones, insignificant. Well, not many people use it to talk.
Yeah, that's true.
Mostly texting. So texting doesn't require much data. Phone use doesn't require much data. When you're watching videos and so on, like what you're doing with that, it's a lot of data. So, people are always going to be skeptical about new technology. It's definitely going to happen. But, if you've got 0.6 of a watt close to you, versus 30 and 40 watts that's up on a tower that's up on top and generating the signal out, not down, but out, because it's a known fact. Let's say if you lived over here and you've got Sprint or you got T-Mobile and you were like right in your area right here, your signal would not you would not have a good signal strength because those antennas are beamed out to other cell sites. So in other words, what your signal is working on is one of them cell sites, but the beam tilt is down towards.
Oh, really?
Right. So therefore, that's how they're trying to blanket the whole cellular network.
That's interesting, because actually I've noticed, like, if I am live streaming or something, my phone will go out when I'm right in this vicinity over here. It's kind of funny. T-Mobile.
Right, that's them right there. Now, if you were to walk away, the further you go from this site,
the better.
You go.
That's interesting.
It's just the way, because those antennas are facing out. They're not facing, if you look at them, they're not facing down into them apartment complex. They're facing out along the horizon. And the antennas that's out there is facing towards this horizon which is the ground here. So it's a blanket. Now, I'm not an engineer or anything about it. I'm just a field tech. So how they do that, I don't know. But they still go by sectors. That's why you see them all in triangles. You have alpha, beta, and gamma sector. So the signal closest to the point is the weakest, because the panel antennas are on the face of the triangle. So you have signals. The top one is TiVo and the bottom one is Sprint. Actually, the bottom one is Clearwire, but the public doesn't know about it.
What's Clearwire?
Clearwire is Sprint's data.
Oh, okay.
See, Clearwire bought, or Sprint bought Clearwire for data to keep them up and running until the 5G launches. Sprint didn't have much data capability in their market, or in their band. So everybody else, they've got either DSL, which is slow, or I see a Time Warner cable box right here. So TiVo is providing backhaul, providing data by Time Warner cable.
Okay.
Sprint, Clearwire is the one's got them little cone or round dishes. See where that round dish is aiming? That's another Clearwire site. So basically, it's just sending data from one cell site to another cell site, because they don't want to pay for the fiber optic. Which, yeah, if it works,
Makes sense.
Right. It's like, basically, it's the same thing like Time Warner Cable. They would love to not have to pay Synergy or Duke Energy a half a penny connection to every pole. That's what Sprint did. They saw, it's called Clearwire, that launched their service. It basically was internet in a box. It was to compete against Time Warner at the time. You went to a Clearwire store and you bought the modem. You brought it in your house, and then you just hooked it up, and then you had speeds equivalent to what Time Warner was back then. But it didn't launch. It didn't fly. I don't know why. Somebody knows. And so then they were struggling. They put their system up. Clearwire was up and running, and then all of a sudden Sprint said, they went behind closed doors and said, we'll buy you for all Sprint had to do was join the two together, and that's their high speed. Like I say, I wouldn't rely on it now because the speeds are not that great. I mean, it was good back in the days when Time Warner was.
Yeah. Okay. Why?
Of course, our objective, Crown Castle, we just want to put more and more customers in this site.
So yeah, Crown Castle owns a lot of towers.
Yeah, that and our competitors, American Tower too.
American Tower.
American Tower and SBA. SBA's the third, and then we're like neck to neck, back and forth with American. It's a living. I mean, it's just eventually they're going to shut down the old telephone lines.
Yeah, I'm almost surprised they haven't already, right?
Well, you got so many homes out there and so many businesses that still have alarm systems that still run off analog lines, because the replacement to analog telephone lines is called voice over internet, VoIP, and it's a series. It's taking the analog and it's switching it to data, which is a series of ones and zeros. So the quality of the sound, like the quality when you call people, it's just not as good as what it was back in Ma Bell's days. You know, I mean, you can actually hear the person. This stuff is just kind of choppy and doesn't sound good. So, but eventually they'll shut it down. I mean, hell, it just was announced last week that Cincinnati Bell got sold.
I know, I saw that.
Because somebody made a decision in Cincinnati Bell to get rid of wireless, and that's crazy.
I know. It's like I thought that's what Cincinnati Bell, like, I thought that was their. What else do they do besides wireless?
Fi Optics.
Oh, okay.
They did Fi Optics. They also did.
So I used to have Cincinnati Bell.
When they first launched that Fi Optics, they about just gave it to us.
Yeah, it was so cheap.
And then when they launched it in my neighborhood, yeah, the internet was fast. It was much faster than Time Warner. But the problem was is with the boxes, they didn't have coax running to it. The box was built into the router, and so when you're watching TV program, the sound was out of sync with the person's voice.
Mm-hmm.
Just a little bit, enough to
Drive you nuts. Yeah, yeah.
So, but get back to Cincinnati Bell. They got rid of wireless. Actually, they sold all their spectrum to Verizon. Verizon got all of it. Verizon needed it because they're a big guy. So we all know the analog lines are about ready to get over. Give it another couple more years. So really, the only thing Cincinnati Bell really has is Fi Optics, which is internet and TV. But they're gonna about ready. They're all of a sudden next year. You're gonna find that Verizon's gonna be able to give you internet and TV equivalent to Fi Optics at a cheaper rate. So what's gonna that means that Cincinnati Bell doesn't have anything to hold on to stay viable. Nothing. So they sold it to someplace in Toronto. I guess.
Just foresee in the future, I guess.
Well, I see they're going to shut it down. It has to. I mean, once you get to the point where that, in this area here, we have nothing but Fi Optics and we got Spectrum. And of course we got satellite, but people have so much issues with that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's still a player out there. And it's cheaper, but it has more issues.
Yeah,
So
if it rains, it goes out. Yeah.
So then all of a sudden in the middle, or at the end of next year, there's not going to be just two players for home video. All of a sudden, Sprint's going to offer it, T-Mo's going to offer it, or combined with, like for instance, this site right here. Let's just say, okay, you got Sprint and you got T-Mo. Well, they won't need the coverage between the two. In other words, they won't need two sites. They'll just have one. So you're going to all of a sudden next year going to realize that there's not only Spectrum and Fi Optics, but Verizon's going to offer it, AT&T's going to offer it. So they're going to be a big price war.
Well, hopefully that's good for the consumer, but you know, I don't know. I thought it was crazy with the merge that was going on. It's just like, seems like it's becoming more and more like a monopoly, just as far as there is no like competition between the cell companies anymore, you know?
What do you mean by the birds? Did you say the birds?
No.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry.
You said something about with the birds.
Oh, the merge?
Oh, the
merge. Yeah, or the buyout or merge, yeah.
I've heard people talking about how birds are running the towers too.
Oh. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it's our government says that there shall not be a monopoly, because when there is a monopoly, they can control the price structure. They can charge whatever they want. I really believe. Okay, let's go back about 7, 8 years, 9 years. When you lived in this area and you only had Time Warner, you had no one else to choose from.
It's true.
Then all of a sudden, Cincinnati Bell comes in and offers Fi Optics, and then they started playing this price game. Sign up with us for a year, and we'll give it to you at a ridiculously low price.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, that year comes on, and then the price goes up to equivalent to them. What do? At least what I did, I just said, come get your crap. I went over there, back and forth.
Mm-hmm.
So, I really believe that when you've got 4 carriers providing an equivalent service think that the price is going to be competitive. Same thing with gas stations.
It's true. Well, I appreciate it. I really do. I don't want to keep you.
No, that's all right. I'm fine. No, it's just technology. Back in the day when Time Warner first, I'm sure my age, back in '79 when Time Warner first came. It's just cable. It's just cable. And then all of a sudden, they said, we got this thing, you can just pay $7.95 a month and you won't get any commercials. It's all just unlimited TV. Of course, it was only like 25 channels back then. 22, 25 channels when Warner Amex had it, but it was no commercials. None. So it was worth it. And all of a sudden, and now they come commercial here, a little commercial there. Now it's nothing different. Nothing different. So it's the consumer reaching out to the FCC saying, hey, we don't tolerate this, we don't want to tolerate that type of thing. Then the FCC is in the middle because they're there for the consumer, but yet on the other hand, I'm sure that some of these big players are taking care of them too. So
It's true.
I don't know.
Yeah, right?
I don't know. But as far as safety goes, here's something to really think about. The public is concerned about the radiation. Okay. In Mason and Clifton, they had serious broadcast, Channel 9, Channel 5, Channel 12. I mean, just the radio stations were putting out 50,000 watts. The TV stations were putting out quite a bit more because they were pushing video signals and audio. Okay? If nobody was concerned about that, 50,000 watts, and you're a quarter of a mile from them, you know, and I mean, they all live right around in there. They put that tower right there. Secondly, we've had, with our sheriffs, police, and so on, since 1976, they've had shoulder radios with pretty low antennas. That's 4 watts.
Oh, wow.
And they've been communicating. You would think that if that RF energy was carcinogenic or cancer-causing or whatever, causing tumors, with the amount and with these officers who've been on the job for 20 years, has anybody had neck cancer?
I say my dad was a cop and my brother's a cop.
Yeah, I mean, they're 4-watt radios. And of course, they're not transmitting all the time, but every time that they talk, they hold their shoulder, you know, up to them.
That's
It's
true.
just right there. So,
I think part of it, though, that scares people with the 5G is just the fact that they're using millimeter waves.
certain bands are, or certain carriers are. But aren't we using the same and low-powered Wi-Fi?
I got rid of Wi-Fi. I know that's not good for you.
I don't know. If you got a certificate and you know more about it than I do, I don't know.
Yeah. Well, actually, they did categorize radio frequencies is a carcinogen.
Well, your phone, same thing. Unless you've got your data turned off and you're recording it, and then you take it back to upload it or whatever.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
But think about it, 50,000 watts in Clifton.
Yeah, it's crazy.
But nobody's mentioning it.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Same
But
thing
Clifton's kind of falling apart.
Yeah, by the way it looks.
Yeah, nobody wants to go to
nobody-
Clifton no more.
But who's studying the cancer rate in Clifton and comparing it to out here where there's no broadcast?
It's true. But you only go to Clifton to bar hop and then you're out, you know? I mean, that's what Clifton's good for.
You go up there like Channel 12 or Highland Avenue or whatever, and you look out there and there's nothing but And that would be a prime consideration for this, for the health hazards of radiation, is because the broadcasters are broadcasting continuously. Back in the day, they used to shut the TV stations off at 2 o'clock at night or whatever.
True.
Now they're continuous. So here you got a 50,000 watt for broadcast for like up on top of Price Hill, where they I think WKRC, a few other broadcasters. Channel 19 is up there.
Channel 19, yeah.
So I don't know.
Yeah. No, I hear you. Yep. I'm just trying to educate myself and, you know, just figure out what is what, you know. But I appreciate it. I am freezing. So I'm going to head in. Thank you very much, and I hope you have a good day.
Enjoy the technology.
Yeah.
Or not.
Yeah, right.
See you later.
Thank you, sir. I'm sorry, you guys. I am freezing. I am going to head in. I hope you guys could hear him. Working on getting a mic. I actually did get a stand, so hopefully I'll be able to do a little bit better lives. But I just saw him out here, so I ran out real quick and was trying to get an interview. And it looks like I caught him right before he was about to leave. So I am going to head in, and I appreciate everyone for coming, and much love. God bless.